We got some big news today. A new Bandai game will be announced next week. I'm gonna go over what game I think that could be and how this could impact other Bandai card games. What's up everyone, it's Garrett with Talking Cards. I'm excited to talk to you guys today because there was a big announcement. Bandai will be releasing a new card game. Now I get excited about this. Not everyone does. People will say that Bandai already has too many card games in their arsenal and they need to focus on supporting them. If you look at the Twitter post from today and read some of the comments, you'll start to see some of those responses to the announcement. However, I'm not one of those people. I like to jump around from Bandai game to Bandai game, to be honest with you, because I like the Bandai ecosystem and I really enjoy just kind of having a couple card games I can hop around to where I feel comfortable in tournament structure, how to sign up for tournaments, all these things, and they, for me, all operate within the Bandai app. So I like that ecosystem, and it's an ecosystem I understand. So for me, I'm excited because I think the best year of a card game is usually year one. Learning the new game rules, learning new game mechanics, and trying to figure out and solve that game is usually the most fun to me. And that usually happens in year one. After that, sometimes card games just don't change too much. You might see power creep happen in card design, and you might see, new rules get implemented, or things like in Dragon Ball Masters, an energy marker get introduced, or just whatever. Maybe we take away draw from first player, or they're just trying to fix things. So that happens in card games, and we do see that, but I just always find that first year to be the most interesting. And as someone who has a heavy dose of, let's just call it card game ADD, I have to jump around. I just get bored sometimes with certain games, or sometimes a format won't interest me as much as another card games format, so I'll just hop over there. That's one of the reasons I just love the Bandai ecosystem, and I jump from game to game. So I find this new announcement super exciting. However, no one knows what the game is yet. So I'm really excited to look at all these guesses on Twitter, and I'm gonna give you guys my top 3 options after seeing what everyone has said on Twitter, what I think the best 3 options are for Bandai's new card games. And to start, we'll go with the shirt I'm wearing, Naruto. So why Naruto? Well, Bandai's already done it before. Bandai once created a Naruto card game, and it was a really fun card game. Some people consider it one of the greats, actually. So it makes sense to reintroduce Naruto. And if you look at these Twitter comments, everyone is pretty much asking for Naruto. Another reason supporting why I think it could be Naruto is we have not seen it into the Union Arena card game. Union Arena is Bandai's Weiss Schwarz-like card game where it has a bunch of different IPs, and you can pretty much play your favorite story / characters / IP that you want. For example, for me, I own a Yu Yu Hakusho deck and I own a Hunter x Hunter deck. That's why I don't believe that those two have a chance, unfortunately, at being the card game announced. Now, I could be wrong. They could totally just pick up a Union Arena set and say that's gonna be our new card game and run with it, I mean, if we look at One Piece, if we look at Gundam, we can see that these card games have succeeded. They are successful. I mean, One Piece is on a different level. I would not judge other Bandai card games by One Piece standards. But even if you look at Fusion World, it is still supported. It is still getting new sets, new tournaments. Pricing is actually fantastic. I'm going to be making another video actually as to why you should be playing Fusion World right now. And that will be my next video. And the game couldn't be better right now. And then you look at Gundam, it's doing well, it's picked up really well, it's had a good first year, people are still playing it, people are still buying it, people are still excited about it. So that's good to see. And then we still have the older games like Dragon Ball Masters and Digimon still being supported. Now we saw Battle Spirits come out and kind of fade away. Could this new card game do that? Yeah, of course it could. Could this new card game also, be a UA title? Yeah, it could. We've seen these other, standalone titles be successful. So if they wanted to take something like Bleach, which would be, I think, probably the Union Arena set to choose to make into its own card game because it does have a following, I could see Bleach being a good one, and that would probably be my pick for number 2. However, I'm gonna go with something that they've already done before, which is Naruto, and believe that that's probably where it's gonna go. Now, why couldn't it be that? Well, there is actually another Naruto game that exists right now called Naruto Mythos. It's supposed to be coming to the States. I don't believe it's already here because I saw an announcement, or at least an Instagram ad the other day, that it is coming to the United States. So this could be a reason or a breakdown of how that game is gonna force them to not maybe do Naruto. I don't know, or maybe they don't have the rights to something or whatever. But if we look at Naruto Mythos, so far it's like OG Naruto. I don't see Shippuden stuff in there yet or characters, so maybe we're getting Naruto Shippuden for the Bandai card game. I don't know. Naruto Mythos is a huge question mark in this theory of it being Naruto. But I do believe it's a strong IP, and it's a game that people want to play. If you look at these Twitter responses, it is clear that people want a Naruto card game. So I strongly believe it will be that, and I hope it's that. I mean, I'm a Naruto fan. I am. It's one of the animes that really got me into anime, especially during COVID when like I was really just a Dragon Ball guy, and I was bored during COVID, so I'm like, friend told me to watch Naruto, so I did, and it just kind of opened up the floodgates for me to anime. Got me into Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, even stuff like Your Lie in April. Like it was all kind of a floodgate from Naruto into all these other animes. So I have a huge spot in my heart for Naruto and how it's like introduced me to so much stuff. So I love it. I would love it if it is Naruto, but if it's not, I do believe it could be due to Naruto Mythos. I do believe it could be due to maybe IP rights or anything like that, but it is a card game that Bandai has done before and there's experience there. So I could see them running with this well, and I could also see it like being a good follow-up to One Piece. Like Naruto's big. It was still like, I believe, Netflix's most watched anime last year. So people are still watching it, people are still engaging with it, and I think it could be a really good choice for the next Bandai card game. But let's talk about Bleach and why I think Bleach could be a good pick. So why Bleach? Well, Bleach is a strong IP. It was one of the big three at the end of the 90s, late 90s, into the early 2000s, along with Naruto and One Piece. So it's popular. It just had the final arc on Hulu, and it's engaging. I love it. I think it's really good. But why not Bleach then? Well, it's in Union Arena, and they've invested into Union Arena, It's gotten more tournaments. It's gotten better organized play. You could complain about rare battles and things like that. I still keep up with Union Arena, even though it's by no means my main card game. I still own Yu Yu Hakusho decks and Hunter x Hunter. I just don't think that since they support Bleach and Union Arena, that they're gonna go make a whole new card game for it. That's my thoughts. However, if they were to pick a UA set to do, I could see doing something like that, or even My Hero Academia. So out of the UA sets, I would see maybe those two. So there's already like a lot of things going against Bleach, I think, because of the UA association. I do think it's a great IP. I do think it could be a cool card game and with cool mechanics that could be thematic. However, I just don't think that's going to be the route they go. And my third pick is even less likely, to be honest. It's kind of just what I want it to be. And what I want it to be is Yu Yu Hakusho. It has a UA set, so I don't think it will be, Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't. However, if it was a Yu Yu Hakusho, that would be extremely hype for me. I would love it. I saw some people comment about it on Twitter even, so I know I'm at least not alone. Yu Yu Hakusho would be dope. But now let's talk about the other elephant in the room. How will this new card game impact Bandai's other card games that are already out, such as Fusion World, Masters, Union Arena, One Piece, Gundam, Digimon? How do all these games get impacted by this new game? Well, if we look at Gundam, which just came out, it will be 1 year with its Set 5, that's coming out here shortly. It pulled people from other card games, but it really kind of met a new base. I would argue that when I go to locals, I meet people who, built Gundams, or just, this might be their first TCG and they got into it just because of their love of Gundam. Naruto or Bleach or Yu Yu Hakusho, I do believe could get anyone like that. They will come out to play because it's like, oh, I just have this love from this nostalgia from my childhood, and I want to play this. But I will say, depending on if it's one of those IPs, especially Naruto or Bleach, you're gonna pull people from other card games. It's just gonna happen. They're such big IPs that people would love to be a part of that ecosystem, that world, and play their favorite characters and favorite decks. So I totally believe that. I totally believe that would take away some players. And if you look at a game like Digimon, it has such a loyal base, and it's kind of just is what it is. Same with even Masters. Maybe that happens to another card game. Maybe like Fusion World and One Piece lose some players. I don't think One Piece will lose as many because the pricing is just absolutely insane. But if you look at something like Fusion World and Gundam, maybe they take a little step back as far as player base. But I do believe Bandai will continue to support those games. I think they'll still have tournaments, I think they'll still have good prizing, and I think they'll still have a player base that has the opportunity for growth. Now with every other card game coming out, of course it's gonna pull from other Bandai card games, yada, 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 and people are gonna hop around, as I do myself. That just kind of happens, and I think I'm okay with that. People are gonna complain, and if you look at some of these Twitter comments, that they should focus on what they're doing, printers and all this stuff. Bandai's gonna print whatever they wanna print first off. They're gonna wanna make money, and I don't find that an issue. So I think all these Bandai card games will be able to exist in this bubble and be fine. Of course, some players are gonna jump from your game you're playing right now. Let's say it's Gundam, let's say it's Fusion World, let's say it's One Piece. Maybe some people jump. I really think One Piece is gonna be the game that won't be affected much because it's too big. If you're playing it and you're a competitive player, you're already seeking that prizing, and I don't expect anything to touch One Piece. However, these other card games could find a more loyal base because maybe people do jump to Naruto, and like you're left with the Gundam gamers or the people who are, really into Digimon, the tamers and all that stuff. So I could see that playing out, and maybe you get more of a loyal base, more identified, and I think that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think all of these can exist within the Bandai ecosystem, and everyone can enjoy their game. Me, personally, I'm excited. I'm rooting for Naruto and Yu Yu Hakusho. I could see it being Bleach. Some people even wish it was Zatch Bell. I've seen a lot of things. And I think whatever it is going to be cool. I'll be playing it. Year one of card games, I'm always down for. So guys, in the comments down below, let me know what you think it's going to be. Let me know what you guys hope it is, or if you guys are excited for a new Bandai card game, or if you guys are worried. Tell me your concerns. I'd love to hear them. As always, if you like this content, please like, follow, and subscribe. I appreciate everyone who watches my videos, and I'll give a bit of a life update and why I haven't been seen as much lately in another video. So I appreciate you guys rocking with me. I appreciate you guys watching this, and I really can't wait for the new card game. I hope you guys are excited, and we'll definitely talk about it next week when it's announced. See you then.